Choosing a font pairing will allow your brand to stand out and be recognizable, but in order for this to happen, you have to pick fonts and stick to them. Consistency, repetitiveness, this is how you make your brand recognizable. So let's talk about picking font pairings. I use 2 fonts on my website. As you can see, I have a heading font and a paragraph font, and I recommend that you do the same. If you want to pick a third decorative font, I will allow it, but highly recommend you stick to just 2 or 3 fonts. Anything after that will get messy and confusing. If you have no clue where to start on picking font pairings, you're in the right place. I have this font pairing menu, as you can see, and I'm going to walk you through how to check it out and how to pick your own. I'm Catherine Forbes, founder of Designing the Row, your one-stop shop for Squarespace websites. And in this video series, actually, I am walking you through defining your own branding, because I believe it's important to define your branding before you begin designing your website. You can check out everything for this series. There's free resources, this font menu, the brand guidelines at the end. It's all included at designingtherow.com/branding. But let's jump right into fonts. Like I said, I have this font menu for you that you can find at this link below. And the first page is sans serif font pairings. The next is just serif fonts. And the third is a combination of serif and sans serif. So maybe now you're thinking like, what the heck? What are serif or sans serif fonts? So let me show you. What a serif is, if you look at the ends of these letters, those little extra added details are called serifs. So serif fonts, sans serif, meaning without the serifs. And then the third page is mixed. So as you can see, like this one is the serif and underneath is paired with a sans serif. They kind of alternate throughout these options here. So there are 3 pages here of font pairings. I've just taken these directly from Squarespace. These are their preset font pairing suggestions for you to start with. So let me know in the comments if just kind of seeing fonts like this is helpful for you. Just if anything has caught your eye, I'd love to hear which fonts you're kind of drawn to. But as you'll notice, as you look closer, you can see that the heading, the Adobe Castellan Pro is the heading font, and then underneath is just a sentence, and each one has the same sentence. This sentence is actually a sentence that uses every single word in the alphabet to give you a good overview of what the font would look like kind of in action, if you will. So if you're going to use these fonts outside of Squarespace, you can't just go and click these. You need to know what that font is called. So in the blog post, which is here, I just highlighted, for this video, I have listed out all of the fonts, the headers, and the paragraph font names for you to find as well. So check out the menu, see if any of these catch your eye, or maybe you like this heading font and this body font. Go check out that blog post. I have listed all of the font names so you can pick your font pairing or mix and match and create your own font pairing. And just a little bit of advice here, if this is overwhelming to you trying to pick a style of a font, I want to encourage you to remember that simple is better in this situation. As you can see here, like I use Arial for my paragraph and button font and I did that intentionally because we are so used to reading that font. Your brain doesn't have to think twice to like read what my website says. I picked the most basic font on purpose because I want it to be easy to read and take in. If you choose something that gets a little hard to read, people just aren't going to read it and they're going to leave your website or not read your social graphic or whatever it is. So don't try to be cute or fancy when you pick fonts. Really think simple is better. Whatever catches your eye is a good thing. And I also want you to think of like some really big name brands and their logos and the fonts that they use. Like think of YouTube, Unsplash, LinkedIn, Facebook, Vogue, Rolling Stone, Venmo, Squarespace, Forbes. Like that's just a few examples, but as you noticed, all of those fonts are extremely simple. Even the logos are simple. This isn't a logo video, but just throwing that out there. You don't need anything extremely elaborate to make an impact. Simple is better, something that catches your eye, something that is easy to read. Use these font pairing examples as a place to get started, or mix and match and make your own. And Honestly, don't think too hard about it. Pick your brand fonts and stick to them in everything visual that you create. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of this branding series. Again, designingtherow.com/branding for all of the information. And I will link to that in the description and pin it in a comment below so you can get to this font menu quickly and easily. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.